Mortgage. Good morning, Stuart.
Good morning, McGraw. Good morning, Kelly.
Lots going on. First, let's talk about HELOCs, or in other words, home equity lines of credit.
Okay, so the first thing that we want to understand is that home equity lines of credit are tied into the Federal Reserve raising interest rates. Okay, so all home equity lines are variable interest rates. They don't have caps, and those rates can continuously go up.
Oh, really?
Those rising rates are very dependent on the Federal Reserve raising the interest rates. Federal Reserve is very dependent on the Consumer Price Index reports that indicate whether inflation are hitting the target numbers that they want to hit in order to raise the rates. Last year, the Federal Reserve kind of stood back a little bit in raising rates because inflation wasn't hitting the numbers that they want to hit. Well, the CPI report this morning had a greater than expected increase in the CPI, and therefore it's more incentive for the Federal Reserve to raise those interest rates, which is going to HELOCs.
In English, you're saying that the inflation report today was higher than they expected, which means interest rates are going to go up, which means your home equity line of credit rate is going to go up.
Right. That's the first piece of bad news. The second piece of bad news is that now all second mortgages, home equity lines of credit, whether you originated that loan prior to December of 2017 or not, the interest is no longer tax deductible. The only exception that the IRS said that interest on second mortgages and home equity lines of credit are tax deductible is if you use the money for substantial improvements. That's the word they use, substantial improvements.
How do you prove
to
that?
your home?
Yeah.
Well, good luck with working out with the IRS what substantial improvements means.
Right.
So in our eyes, you're taking a great risk in trying to deduct that interest. So now your interest rates are going 4, 5, 6%. But when you compare it to what it was before, since you can't take the tax deduction, your 5% is really like 8 or 9%.
So you're saying that if you have a second mortgage on your home or a home equity line of credit, get out of it now because you're getting killed.
Right, and with the CPI reports and rates on the rise, the opportunity to go ahead and consolidate those mortgages is, at the rates that we're at today, is limited.
We should also say that the Dow opened up while you were talking. It opens up lower, 118 points amid those inflation fears. Exactly what you were talking about.
Because they're worried that the interest rates are going to go up even further.
All right, so as interest rates are going up, rates are going up, fees are more important than ever.
Well, fees are more important than ever, and with the Bagel loan, if you're borrowing more than $150,000, there are no fees at all. No lender fees, no title fees, no appraisal fee, nothing.
Nothing. No fees.
Zero.
When you say no fees, do you mean no fees?
I mean no fees. We just closed the loan yesterday. The individual went over the actual closing statement and said, there really are no fees. I thought you were rolling it in. You lied to me. There are no fees. We don't pay commissions. We keep our overhead low. At the end of the day, the customer gets the benefit.
Somebody out there is saying, yeah, Stuart, it's all well and good, but you know what? You can't help me, so I'm not going to call you.
Last week, we had a customer called us. They look on their Credit Karma reports and Discover card, and those aren't the proper credit scores, but they thought they were. Called us up. He said, I have a 620 credit score. We ran his credit at 740. He had held off on refinancing all this time because he thought his credit score was too low. Didn't understand why.
Right.
We consolidated his debt, got the deal done for him.
How many people call you who say, you can't help me, but you end up helping them?
We probably have 1 to 2 a day that call us and say, hey, you know what? 6 months ago, I heard your ad. I heard McGraw talk about you. I didn't call. I finally called.
Hey, guess what? You can help me.
We
there
can
you
help
go.
them.
No fees. When he says no fees, it actually means no fees. 314-324-4440, StewartsAMC.com. Google